one thing that they feel they have a lot of control and power. So when you don't understand politics in the way they do, then you come at your own peril. So when you start making suppositions from the center, saying, let's change it from here and there, not understanding that these people, for them, politics is a way of life. They wait every 4 years to be able to line up. The man with his 4 wives and their 30 children, everybody's going to line up because that's where they know that they can have an impact in position in Nigeria. If you don't understand that and don't understand that for them is something, it's almost like an identity.
Yes, that was the Minister for Culture and Tourism speaking about why the president cannot abandon the Northern Muslims in the next election. I've got the man of the people, the man whose voice got the everyday person excited. Richard Baden joins me on the show this morning. Richard, good morning. Welcome to the show.
Very, very funny, man. Good morning, Baker.
Good morning. How are you doing today?
I believe you had a blessed weekend, right?
I did. That's not lost. There's nothing better than that for me.
Okay.
How was your weekend? How was your weekend, Richard?
It was going well until that event happened yesterday. But at the end of it, I think to wrap it up, it was very okay, very cool. I don't know. You were talking. Somebody was talking about that was the minister, right?
Yes.
Honorable Masuwa, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes.
The Masuwa, and I think I overheard a speech yesterday, and one of those moments that got me thrilled in the weekend was the minister of FCT.
Yes,
crying foul. The thing is, when you beat people every day in a game, you should know there's somebody watching you and trying to learn at the same time, upgrading his skills also. So the moment that person tries to be a threat to you, don't cry foul. You understand why it has actually become the way it has become. Well, Philas actually has it that he might be, looking at the SDP. And I also heard Tony Cole saying he will not step down for Fubara in the primary polls in the APC. I think Rivers State is going to have a whole lot of competition. Well, we see defections everywhere, even on the plateau.
Yes.
But we don't get to see all these political hits, and whatever that is happening in Rivers State. I don't know what exactly they are looking out for in Rivers State, but if it's for me as one, I may just want to say that looking at the whole odds now, it's not going to be easy for some personalities, and to be honest with you, some people will be forced to retire even before 2027.
All right, so before we introduce, I guess I'll let you do that honors because it's you. The APC issue in Kano, obviously today is the official day where that will happen. Some people are saying this is betrayal of the NNPP, betrayal of the people that fought for him. ADC and the PDP are saying this is bad and this is terrible. Would his defection in any way have any negative effects on his re-election next year?
Now, I think he made so much consultations before he did that, and I don't think at any point, Abba Gida, Abba Yusuf, let's not forget that if you take a look at it, many of the governors defected today, a lot of them went through court cases. A lot of them went through court cases. You and I don't know what actually was discussed, but how did many of them retain their seats after court cases? That's one thing you should look at. Many of them will not even see anything. You just hear one morning they've defected. When you look at, just take a very close look at the governors that have defected, whether from the PDP, from whatever political party, take a look at them. You will understand what I'm trying to say. Now, this man has done well for us. Let's also pay him back. That's for some people.
Yeah.
For some people, it's to foster development. Kano is one state that's commercially viable. Economically, Kano is doing very, very well. And you get to wonder, why is the governor defecting? Kano has never been on the same page with the central in history. Historically, Kano has never been on the same page with the central. It's either they have, probably from the same political party, but they are not in good times.
Yeah.
In 2015, from 2015 to 2023, Abdullah Ganduje, yes, he was in the APC. The Buhari administration was in the APC. But what development did that bring into Kano? What effect did that have into Kano? Though they were in good, they having cordial relationships, but at the same time, what effect did it have in Kano? Take a look at the Kwankwaso time. They were actually on the same page. He had Obasanjo as a president. But at the same time, were they flowing together? I don't know if you understand. Were they flowing together? Now, you look at the flow per se. Abba Gida now is trying to actually reinstate something that might be looking like, okay, we might not actually be in the same party. But for Mr. President, I don't know why that is a style of leadership. To me, it's very, very bad.
What is bad?
People must not be in your camp. Everybody must not be in your camp. Not everyone must be in your camp. Let there be democracy. There are people
But-
like
but he's not putting a gun to their head
like
now.
Soludo. Like Soludo that is in Abga.
Yes.
Well, we know he might be working for the president.
He will be working for the
He will
president.
work for the president, but we know where his party is. At least there's a political party somewhere that's doing so. You don't have to crumble one political party for you to have everybody.
But-
Only
but-
you
but-
30
but-
governors, and you think
But he has not done anything wrong. He has probably offered them something. In the world of business, there are deals. Deals happen. We come to a negotiation table. I give you my deal. You say, I don't want this. I say, you want this. And at the end of the day, we get to a compromise and we shake hands and agree on the
Emeka,
deal.
if it was for the public interest, tell me any of the governors that went into a closed door meeting with Mr. President and revealed. Why has all the meetings been a closed door meeting?
Because certain things that are said in the dark should stay in the dark.
It shouldn't be in the closed door. That is the point.
Wait,
If
wait.
it
Do,
is for
do,
the
do you
public
want them to
interest-
have like CTV
No,
and
if it is for the public interest, Emeka, if it's for the governor of Plateau State called his appointees, right?
Yes.
He spoke to them. He pleaded with them. He did not coerce anybody. He made them see reasons.
Okay, the president is making other serious reasons.
Why is he in a closed door? Now you don't know what must have gone down in that room.
So I don't.
And they will tell you that it's to foster development. Must I be in APC for development to come to my state?
No, you
People
mustn't
like
be in the APC.
Alex Oti that are working in their state. I don't know if there's any governor now in Nigeria that's probably doing what Alex Oti, because what Alex Oti met, I think Panshin was better than Abia State. Panshin was better. Well, let's say, okay, let me rate it a little. Breaking Ladi was better than Abia State. Like when you look at you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
You travel through that route. Now, Alex Oti is not in the APC. He has not made mention of going to the APC
Yet.
yet. In
Let's
fact,
put it yet.
okay,
Let's put it caveat.
Of
Yet.
course, let's put it yet because I don't know what must be going on in the kitchen. But is he not working in the state? He is working in the state. You understand?
Yes.
Now, for governors that are moving to, it's not a bad thing. Let's understand.
Yeah.
It's not a bad thing. No, I'm not saying it's a bad thing. For Plateau, the major reason is unity. You see the band like Plateau politics on social media was very, very toxic before now. Was very, very. In fact, there are people that have taken it to be their job to attack the governor, whether he does nothing or he does something. In fact, they are blind to whatever is happening. They are deaf to whatever good thing is happening.
Anyways, you've raised an issue. I'll let you introduce our guest and then we get right into the meat of a conversation. Before you do that, if you want to be a part of the conversation, the phone lines will be open at the other end of set 9, so you can call in, share your thoughts, and ask your questions. And on our social media platforms on Facebook, it's at JFM Live. We have a post there for you, and we're asking you what Plateau people should expect with the governor's new party and the official welcoming that's supposed to happen tomorrow. Richard, so do us the honors and introduce our guest, please.
Well, very good morning once again. We have with us the Director of Press and Public Affairs to the governor, and also is the Deputy Chairman of the Media Committee, handling the reception of the governor into the APC officially tomorrow. And tomorrow being 27, we'll be seeing great personalities here. It's also an honor that Plateau State has, the national chairman of the party. We'll also be seeing other national executives of the party on the plateau. So, of course, it's going to be a very big day tomorrow here in Jos. This time around, people are not coming in to come and celebrate something. But, of course, I think it's the second time in the space of 5 months that we'll be seeing, the APC doing this. The first were some, members of the PDP and other parties that moved to the APC. And now, this is the biggest catch. This is the biggest catch. If you get a governor joining your party, it is the biggest catch. And if it is not, I think there is a lot of work to do. If you think it's not, go and work on yourself. But for the governor to be in the party, it is the biggest catch for them.
All right, Mr. Gambari, good morning, sir. Welcome to the show.
We have Dr. Gyangbere, not Mr. Please.
Oh, sorry, Doctor. My
He ended
apologies.
you- no, not your honor. He
Okay,
ended.
no vex, Dr. Gambari.
Thank you, Richard. Good morning, the people of Plateau State. It's my pleasure to be here with you this morning.
Good morning. Before we get into the Plateau conversation, I'll let Richard do the honors there. I want to get your thoughts on the conversations around the president sticking with a Muslim ticket for the next election. Like we heard the Minister for Culture and Tourism talked about how the North is a strategic bloc for him. If you're to advise the president, would you advise that he sticks with what worked or he changes tactics to something different the next election?
Well, I will beg your indulgence to allow me on that issue because We are only coming in into the party. We are only coming in into the party, and I think decisions we have taken in the past, there were reasons for such decisions, and I wouldn't want to make any comment concerning that at the moment. Please bear with me.
All right, no problem. Richard. Richard, over to you.
Okay. Once again, good morning, sir. We're looking at something very big, and that's the reception of the governor tomorrow into the APC. Before now, there've been a lot of reactions about this very defection. But can we let us into what actually prompted into this defection?
First, let me sincerely appreciate the people of Plateau State for their sincere support, unwavering support, their prayers for the governor of Plateau State, His Excellency Barrister Caleb Manasseh Mutfwang, who has hauled forth the banner of unity, the banner of good governance, who hold Plateau State close to his chest and has worked over the few months that he has been in office to ensure that he changed the narratives of development on the plateau. Looking at what the governor has, the decision that the governor has taken to join the All Progressive Congress,
Yes.
is, to me, it is in the interest of the people of Plateau State. It is in the interest of the unity of Plateau State. It is in the interest of growth and development of Plateau State. Because we are all aware of the political activities that are taking place across the nation. Like I said some time back, for you to be able to understand the imperative of the decisive decision the governor has taken is for you to place yourself under the national politics. If you understand the political context within the national scene that we are talking about in Nigeria, you'll be able to appreciate what the governor has done and the decision he has taken. Looking back at what is happening within his former political party, the kind of activities that has taken place in the past, we believe that a decision needs to be taken for us to be able to sustain the kind of development that Plateau people are yearning for. And so we believe very well that for you to be in government, you must be elected. And for you to be elected, you must be elected under a platform.
True.
And so, if you don't have a credible platform to be elected, then whatever you're going to do will be null and void. We do not want to subject the people of Plateau State under the trauma we went through after winning the 2023 election. And so this decision that the governor has taken is part of the healing process. It's part of trying to unite the people of Plateau State. And it's part of what we intend to do to attract more development from the center down into the state. And this is one of the decisions, the reasons why the governor has taken this kind of decision. And I think it is in the interest of the people of Plateau State. It is in the interest of the growth and development of Plateau State.
All right. Before we talk about development, I want us to look into what happened in 2024, January. I think, if I'm not mistaken, January 17th. That's the Supreme Court judgment that actually...
It's January 12th.
January 12th. Thank you so much on that. Sometimes 2 and 7 look similar, depending on how you write them. So let's remember back then now, when the Supreme Court made it clear that the judgment of the appeal court shouldn't have taken place on the members that were removed on the PDP. That was it, because whatever happened in the the People's Democratic Party was internal and has nothing to do with INEC or has nothing to do with the courts. So therefore, the governor was qualified to contest for him to have gone through the processes, primaries and others. Now, we also saw the CTC to that judgment. And looking at it very well, and the same issue is happening at the national level. It happened at the state level at first, where Honorable Bitrus Kaze, took the People's Democratic Party to court and then lost eventually. But for the appeal court, he won. He won, removing 16 members. The National Assembly was a big win for him. I think he was a former lawmaker at some point. Getting into 2026 or 2025, the People's Democratic Party went through a tough time, which you won't want to write off. And again, the court has made judgment saying cases in political parties are internal matters. Now, don't you think there was enough reason for the governor, who was actually I think one of the NWC, being one of the governors of the party, being the governors forum of the PDP as at that time, don't you think it was a necessity to sit and look into the issues and not to be threatened by the issues of maybe one man or some individuals who are actually trying to shake the party instead of moving to the APC?
Well, you laid a very solid foundation of what happened after the 2023 general elections. Looking at what the Court of Appeal hinged their decision, to remove the members elected under the platform of the People's Democratic Party.
Yes.
It was an issue that has to do with the state. And one thing you need to also know is that communications between INEC with regards to federal elections
Yes.
doesn't have to do with the state. It has to do with the national.
True.
Assuming it was the national that had that problem, then submitting the names of the candidate from Plateau, certainly there's probability that the government may not have scaled through in that 2023 election.
Okay.
The Supreme Court judgment. But because it is the state that had the problem, and so it was the national secretariat of the party that communicated the list of candidates for the 2023 election.
Okay.
So anything the state was doing at that level, based on the Supreme Court ruling, it doesn't have any binding on what happened at the national level. And so it was unfortunate that the Court of Appeal had to rule for the removal of some of our members during that period. It's very, very unfortunate. Now, looking at the decision the governor has taken now, the challenge that we are having now is not in the state party secretariat here in Jos.
Of course.
In Jos here, there's no problem. So we had some challenges at the national level. And if you look at it critically, who communicates the names of the candidates, for instance, for the 2027 election? It is the National Secretariat that has to communicate it. And so if there are conflicting reports on who actually is the authentic chairman of the party, for instance, and the secretary, now who communicates the list? That is where the problem is. And so if you write on that and it's not resolved, then therefore it means you don't have a platform to contest the election. And so this decision that the governor has taken to join the APC, we're not looking down on anybody. The governor is not at all. The governor had made it very, very clear that it is the People's Party that he is riding on, Plateau People's Party that is riding on for 2027 election. It's just that you need a platform, and the platform is the APC. What the governor is going to do is going to work for the people of Plateau State. It's not working for any individual alone. He's working for the people of Plateau State. And so I believe very well that most people in Plateau State want the governor to continue in 2027. And for him to continue in 2027, he needs a credible platform for him to be able to continue with the kind of development that we are witnessing in the rural communities. I can assure you that there are communities across this state that have roads today without even lobbying for it, because the governor noticed that there are needs for such roads and work is ongoing. Some have been completed as we speak today. Now, if you don't have a credible platform to contest the election in 2027, some of those projects will not be carried again. Some will be truncated along the way. Some may not even, the one that you also have at heart to continue with may not even see the light of the day. And so we want to appeal for people to understand the decision that the governor has taken. The governor respects every individual in Plateau State. The governor will continue to accord the kind of respect that every individual desire, irrespective of your status. He values the people of Plateau State because he's riding on the mandate of the people of Plateau State, and he doesn't take it for granted. He will continue to uphold the people of Plateau State in high regard, irrespective of your political leaning. And so that is the stand of the governor of Plateau State. So, party, leave that aside. It's where we are at the moment. What we need is the development of Plateau State. And I believe also that connecting with the center will also give us high sense of responsibility for us to be able to do more than what we are doing at the moment. Now look at it critically. We said the governor is the chief security officer of Plateau State.
Yes.
In the constitution, that's what is spelled out. But look around across the country, which governor have absolute control over the security. It's not done like that. because they also take their directives from their bosses from Abuja. And so when you work together with these people, you give them this kind of sense of belonging, it will be much more easier for you to be able to, get their notes in terms of responding to some of these security issues. And by the special grace of God, our security is in the hands of God. If God doesn't watch over Plateau, there is no individual that can do it effectively. And we are trusting God with the decision that we are taking. God will affirm our heart desire for the peace, for enduring peace in Plateau State. And that's what we are crying and looking forward to. By the special grace of God, we are going to have a lot of things coming our way down in Plateau State in a very short possible time.
All right, sir. Before the governor joined the APC, there were certain voices in the APC that were not welcoming of him joining them. Certain names were spinned around, certain conversations were hard. Have those conversations been hard? Is there now, let me use the word, absolute peace, some level of understanding between those dissenting voices in the APC now that the governor is there?
As we speak today, the governor is in a right standing position
With every one of
with
them?
every member of the APC. The governor has consulted across board. The governor sees every individual within the APC and outside the APC as his brother. And so we are working in unison to ensure that we work for the people of Plateau State. And so have you heard any of the such voices
I
of recent?
haven't heard any lately.
It means things have been amended and we're working as brothers. Politics sometimes is so tricky, but you must be able to find your footing. And as we speak now, there are greater and better understanding in the interest of Plateau State.
Going into next election, we know that, even though you've mentioned here, that when a politician joins a party, there is the politician's interest in terms of what he wants to do, and there are also political interests in terms of what the party wants to do. Some Nigerians do not think that the APC over the last few years has represented their interest well. Don't you think there will be some ruckus, some, for want of a better word, intersection of interest when next election comes, where the governor's will for the state might go against the party's will for the state?
I believe that every political ideology takes center stage, take into cognizance the feelings of the people that it serves. And so any political ideology that does not hinge on the plight of the people, then something is fundamentally wrong. And so, like I said some time back, the governor of Plateau State is not the normal politician that everybody thinks out there. He has come, he believes that his mission is service to the people of Plateau State. And I don't think there is any political ideology that will pinch the governor against the people of Plateau State. He is working for the people. Whatsoever the political ideology is, it has to be subsumed in the interest of the people of Plateau State. The governor is going to work for the people of Plateau State. He's going to work in line with the political ideology of the party he's serving, and it is going to serve the interest of the people of Plateau State.
Okay, I think before we start taking calls, we will be having a warm reception tomorrow of the governor, and it's expected that some individuals will be notable individuals. You are the deputy chairman of the media committee. I saw the list, and I was actually glad through it. But again, on the other side of it, can you share with us the kind of people we expected to have tomorrow in Jos?
Well, let me give you an insight into the committee. The committee is co-chaired by the Right Honorable Idris Maje,
Yes.
the former Deputy Speaker of House of Representatives, and a member representing Wasi Federal Constituency. He has actually worked. He has put in the best for us to have a very nice and wonderful celebration tomorrow, a reception tomorrow. He's co-chaired by Senator Simon Matcon, the former minority leader. These are brains that we have in the state. These are people that have pulled their energy. They have brought in their expertise to ensure that we have a grand reception tomorrow, to welcome the governor into the party. We also have very notable individuals across different subcommittees that have been inaugurated.
Yeah.
And I can tell you that they are working seriously to ensure that the governor have a grand reception tomorrow. I want to let you know that a lot of things are happening. Preparations are on high gear. And all things being equal, we are ready to receive people tomorrow. You are talking about the kind of guests that we'll be expecting
Yes.
tomorrow. To the best of my knowledge, the vice president will be coming by the special grace of God, representing the president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, who is going to lead the team, to receive the governor into the party. By the special grace of God, we're also going to have the Senate President, Godswill Akpabio, will also be around by the special grace of God. The Speaker of the House of Representatives, God's willing, he's also going to be here. We are going to have our son, our proud son, the national chairman of the party, Professor Nentawe. He's going to lead also in terms of the party perspective. We are going to also have the National Working Committee of the party. They are coming down here. We are going to have the governors from different states are coming down to Plateau State. We are going to have the Federal Executive Council members who are also coming. That's ministers who are coming. We are going to have a lot of party faithfuls. We are going to have key stakeholders of the APC who are also coming, to receive the governor into the party. Like we are all aware, the governor was invited into the party by the president himself. And so, because of the exigencies of activities around the political activities in the country, the governor yielded to it. And so, this is one thing that should also be like the source of consolation for us here on the plateau. We are going to work together with the national chairman of the party, who is our brother here in Plateau State. We'll give him the needed support he needs, for him to be able to drive this party, so that tomorrow people can now look back to Plateau State and say, we have competent hands, we have manpower on the plateau, that we can go to Plateau State and pick whoever we want to pick in national politics, and he's going to deliver. So we will all work collaboratively to ensure that we have a success reception.
Sorry, one more question. You talked about when the governor entered, there's now understanding in the party, right? There's now an understanding in the party. We don't get to see all of those things on social media again, where people, in fact, those people that were attacking the governor at some point, when you see them on social media, I think they are now friends with the governor. In fact, where they post their pictures and the governor's picture. I remember many times you were also attacked. You were not left behind.
It's normal politically.
Of course, it's normal for you. Were
We
actually
need
attacked.
to develop the shops to absorb those things.
Of course,
Yes.
a thick skin, and I really appreciate your thick skin on that. But again, what did the governor do? Because it wasn't that easy at first. Looking at people that are telling you to your face, we don't like you, and you went to them all of a sudden. All of those things stopped. What did the governor do to make this understanding work? Because he has, before he joined the party, he has always talked about the unity of Plateau State. That is his aim. People should be united and know what we see. There was a time he even mentioned that both him and Professor Nentawe Yilwada, they actually meet and they dine together. They are both GOSA members. In fact, I was telling a friend, I said,
Yes.
if you are the GOSA president now, it's the time for you to make good money. Just look for good ideas and invite these people every time. And of course, sit with them on the round table. But on the other side, let's look at what the what the governor did to bring stability and all of this social media, hula baloo, to an end.
You see, the governor of Plateau State believes in consultations. He believes in dialogue. He believes in hinging whatsoever decision you want to take on the people. And acting based on the mood and the plight of the people is what the governor has actually done. That taking a step without consulting the people will not take you to your destination.
But the PDP said they were not consulted.
Well, I wouldn't want to go into that. But one thing that I know, the governor consulted widely.
Okay.
The governor consulted widely. It may not be a media show. Yes, but one thing I can tell you, the governor consulted widely.
But some people might be
Now,
left as
looking at what you're asking a question,
Yes.
what did he do
Exactly.
for those who were in the APC who were kicking against him? Now they're embracing him. You see, sometimes when people don't understand where you're coming from, there is room for misinterpretation. Sure. The governor had to go down, sit down together with these people, dialogue together with them, tell them what he intends to do that will be in the interest of the people of Plateau State, which they serve. And what will also cover, inclusivity in governance is very, very key.
Very key.
This is the word. We are going to run an inclusive government. An inclusive government centered on the plight of the people of Plateau State. And this is what the governor has actually done. So consultation, dialogue, fostering ideas together is what the governor did. And eventually, they now understand where the governor is coming from and what he intends to do for the people. They had to embrace him, and we are working together as we speak today.
All right. Before we start picking calls, I've got one more question for you. You've said that the governor is obviously doing a lot of things, and it's evident. Would there be any change in the positive sense now, in the quality of things he's going to do now that is aligned to his center, or would the plans he had before just continue to run to the end of his tenure?
I want to assure you that there's going to be improvement in what you're seeing currently on ground.
What kind of improvement?
Improvement in terms of infrastructural development, manpower development, in the education sector, health sector, road infrastructure. You will see improvement. That's what I can assure you at the moment.
Right, the phone lines are open 09055666699 or 08121877777. The phone lines are buzzing already. I'm sure a lot of people want to share your thoughts. Hello, good morning. Apologies there. Couldn't pick that call early enough. Hello, good morning. Hello, good morning. Hello, good morning. Please do try to call us back 09055666699 or 08121877777. You can also be part of the conversation by going to our social media platforms. On Facebook is at JFM Live and on X is at JFM Jaws. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning, America.
Good morning, sir.
Thank you very much. This is Solomon Atami. I'm calling from Judgate for Nikwif.
Solomon, please go on.
You see, very, very soon we are going to baptize our governor in APC. And we are going to give him room. They will join us sweeping the carpet. And the other members who are still thinking that it will not work, that we not going to bring them back to APC because APC will now have a full house in Plateau State, and the Plateau State will turn to APC. So I'm telling you, my brothers, you see, it's not easy. A lot of people think that he has betrayed them. But when you have a national chairman who is a united strong member who can be everybody in one place, I'm telling you, you're supposed to join him and celebrate with him. So me, I'm not regretting. I'm happy that Mufan is joining APC because I know if Mufan wins a governorship in APC, those who are saying that Mufan betrayed them, are they not going to support him? Why did they even support him in PDP? Because he joined APC now, they're saying that Mufan is they betrayed them. So for me, I think Mufan has done the best. Let the unity of Plateau State come first before the unity of any other thing. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much for calling. Hello, good morning. Hello, good morning.
Hello, America. Good morning.
Good morning, sir. Your name and your location.
Richard, I greet you. Good morning, and the guests inclusive.
Very good morning to
Good
you.
morning.
Good morning.
First of all, the dog made a statement. Our road is apologetic, mainly this phase 2. First of all, whether APC, PDP, they want to want this infrastructure on ground. Let him come and help us. It's apologetic. A pregnant woman cannot pass through Roga and Sariki side. I'm not exaggerating, I'm not precising. Let him do. He has been doing it, and let him compete. And these people are itching. They are the major reason of PDP. And they were in INEC through 48 hours. They have been lamenting. No people will not tell him. Let him come and help them. So that Ruga and the Sariki road is very consequential. You need to do something about it. It's overdue. That's the issue. Not the issue of Governor Mufam, the issue of the Campi, the Lord. Well, he made a pronounced statement. When you enjoy that of this case, one case in the court, nobody talks about it. He said God will tell him. And the Nigeria and Plateau people will tell him though. But I'm making some support interview. People are very skeptical about his campaign. But all the same, history will vindicate the judge. So, I don't know. But it's unfortunate that the money we are dishing out, I mean, inducing people drink and do that. I know it's going this thing. I know it's concerned. I know it's a standard. The issue is that where a governor will win election, will not get his mandate because of judiciary. Is it a democracy? And where governor is working, I've been intimidated right? To join my party. Is it a democracy? They are fair. So people are not happy. They will think over it. Good morning.
Good morning. Thank you so much for calling. Hello, good morning. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning, sir. Your name and your location.
Yeah, my name is Sadiq Umar. I'm calling from TCRT Johnson.
Sadiq Umar, please go on.
Yeah, I will comment your guest. You have spoken very, very well. And we are congratulating the governor for him having this to APC. But you see, when we look at the reality of what's happening, you have to look at democracy in terms of at the national issue, even at the state level. Look at what have frustrated other parties, which will bring the destruction of other parties, which leads to the country to be a one-party system. It's not something what recommended when it comes to democracy. But looking at Barrister Kale Bulfan, the reality is that the Barrister Kale Bulfan is doing good in a PDP. And when he started, everybody have been seeing and they are experiencing the dividends of democracy. But me personally, I doubt if the Barrister Kale Bulfan will have the capacity to continue despite joining the national the national government. Because since from the national government, we have not seen an example of any development that we say that this is a development that this government have brought and have promised and they are fulfilling. All of what we are seeing is politics. We are facing challenges, economic challenges, security challenges, and other challenges in Nigeria. That is what we are calling for the government to do. And we are praying that the governor Mufan will do the needful. But in terms of APC and in terms of record that we have under APC, I'm having doubt if he is going to do the needful in APC. Thank you very much. God bless.
Thank you so much for calling. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning, Chukwemeko.
Good morning, sir. Your name and your location.
Yes. Good morning, Richard and Dr. Berry in the studio. This is Benedict calling from Saringada.
Thank you.
Good morning.
Thank you very much. Please, I want to appreciate your guest for having done it very wonderfully well under the leadership of PDP in the state. I have no hope. I have no confidence in the APC. I want to emphatically say these things clear. And among the people, I am among the people who are disappointed with the defection of the governor, even though with due respect to him and his ideas, to the APC. Your guest said that there was a wide consultation before the defection of the governor to the APC. But we are the people of the world here, which fought for the coming of the PDP in 2023. We stay awake. We voted for 2 good days, making sure that everything worked in line, in accordance to the rules of electoral laws in the land. In 2023, precisely, when we actually delivered this particular word of Alheri, Slokutan, and Rockhaven, Feringada Axis to the PDP and to Mutfan, and we were not consulted, sir. Please, let it be on record. If there's anybody that have come to tell you that people of this area, especially where we come from, have been consulted before the movement of the governor to the APC, your party, it is absolutely not true. It is a lie. We are not consulted. And if we are stakeholders, excuse me, Emeka, if we are stakeholders in this particular issue of politics in Nigeria, I think our vote has been shortchanged. It is not right for you to have carried our own vote and that they come to the party where we know that governance is actually not in the agenda. We are appealing to you that if there's any other road you are working, now that you are sitting in your first tenure, please can you finish it? Finish the road in U-turn so that people there can be able to have
Thank you very much, my brother Emeka.
Right now, as I'm speaking with you,
thank you. I've gotten your message.
Of that particular road is in the. Oh, thank you very much.
Thank you very much, my brother. I've gotten your message. I want to assure you that the governor of Plateau State believes in dialogue, believes in consultations. If you have not been consulted, it doesn't mean that you will not be consulted. The governor, as we speak at the moment, he is still on consultation. Consultations will continue before and after his exit. You see, one thing that I want us to know, the governor believes in the people of Plateau State. The governor can never take the people of Plateau State for granted. It's not an issue of whether he's in the PDP or he's in the APC or Labour Party or whichever political party. What the governor wants to do is to bring the people of Plateau State, irrespective of religion, irrespective of ethnicity, irrespective of political affiliations, together, that we can think as a people to bring the kind of development that we so required in Plateau State. Now, when you are talking about road construction in Alheri or where you are talking about, I want to let you know that the governor is making frantic effort to make sure that the projects that he inherited are completed. The one that he has, he has started, even the one that he has continued from where some other governments, successive governors stopped. He is going to complete them. Now, the road you're talking about, there are other roads like that across the state. That work is ongoing. I want to assure you that the governor will complete that road, and the governor will move into another new road that he has in mind. In fact, there is a feasibility studies across the state. Where do they need urgent intervention? The governor have all this at his tips, and he's working. Contracts have been awarded. Contracts will be awarded. Roads will be completed. Some are ongoing. Some have been completed. So we can't construct a road and finish it in a day. We need resources to be able to complete such roads. And the governor is trusting God for more resources, that he will complete the roads that are ongoing, and that he will award more contracts for us in Plateau State to also gain the dividend of democracy. That is his heart desire. And by the special grace of God, he is going to do that for us. If you have not been consulted, please be patient. You will be consulted by the special grace of God.
Let's speak with Moko. Hello, good morning.
Hello, Mr. Emeka.
Good morning. Your name and your location.
Yeah, Israel, I'm calling you from Shaka.
Israel, good to have you here. Please go on.
Emeka, it is sickening, for God's sake, that this man, you know already, those who say they weren't consulted, those who say he must not leave PDP, the idea of politics is interest. If the leader gives his seat that this platform is going to deliver the interest of his people, it's not wrong. After all, it's not a cult group that if you join, irrespective of what happens, you must remain. I vote candidates that are capable of delivering dividends of democracy. It's not about party at this point in time in Nigeria. This move Governor Mufwang made is a strategic move. It's one of the best moves in the interest of Plateau State. At this point in time, what we should concentrate on is ensuring that the dividends of democracy, that projects that benefit the people are completed, and projects that will transform the lives of people are started. That is just how it ought to be. Wherever he wants to go to, what I want to see on ground is deliverables of democracy. We want to see infrastructure. We want to see development, good roads, education, health facility. We want to see. It's not about that. At this point in time, I am not concentrating on the party. The party itself, the name of the party, is not what delivers the benefits of democracy. It's the opportunities that the man in charge has to do what he needs to do. This idea of you weren't consulted, he will be addressed. It's not at this point that we should concentrate on telling the governor what we want. If he sees APC,
all right, Israel, please run up your thoughts. Huh?
To deliver the dividends of democracy, fine. Wherever he wants to go, what we want to see is infrastructure development in Plateau State, and we want to have a brighter future here. That is just how it ought to be.
Thank you so much for calling, Israel. Let's go on to our social media platforms to get some of your thoughts. A lot of people have dropped their comments there. Richard, do you have some of them for us, yeah?
All right, I think I have a number of them here. Just a few we'll go through. Theophilus Kadiri said, good morning, Richard, Emeka, and the governor's mouthpiece. The governor's alignment and this welcoming into APC tomorrow is for the unity of Plateau people and accepting more development. Okay, except for more development. Okay, I think he was actually trying to say exceptionally for more development and harmony to the state. While we also see Walshak Matthias, the governor should consider the road connecting Lantan South and from Shandam axis. Good morning, Plateau. We also see this one here. Bulu Shadrach Jibe. I pray that the defection is not for selfish interest, but for the masses. God bless Plateau State. Thank you. Ayuba Joseph Manzo. I wish the governor well in his move to the party and that cost him pains and now is there. Okay, party that cost him pains and now is there. And away from that, now we see Godwin Sule. And since it's what they want, and the Governor Mutwang is already there, for them, and they make him as their head, no problem. Individual matter than party. Thank you. And of course, I think this will be the last I'll be taking. this will be the last. I would like Babiaka. I'm still loved by the governor, and I wish him wisdom to do more in the interest of the people of the state. Please, Gorandok Road is waiting to be constructed. Trust the leadership of BCM. I think if everybody start mentioning their road, like of course the road to my family house, when you get to the concert, that's the end. A pregnant woman can lose pregnancy on that road easily. I'm telling you, that's how bad it is. Well, everybody know their projects, but let's just follow everything one after the other. So you've heard from the people. Opinions differ. Some people, it will take time for them to come to terms and reality to what exactly is happening now. But what's your preposition at this very point? Because one of the major questions, we asked, even on the platform, was concerning the, what people should expect. What do you think Plateau people should expect?
One thing that people of Plateau State should expect is when we are united. When we are united towards a particular thing, certainly, God himself will even help us to achieve that. Because if we are united in purpose, in the interest of the people of Plateau State, certainly we will get that which we are looking for. So unity of purpose is one of the things that certainly this decisive development will bring for us. And we are beginning to see the unity itself. You can take a sample of what is going on the social media today. What we had in the last 1 month or 2 months backward, in the last 1 week, I don't think you will be able to see some of those things. Therefore, we are beginning to collapse our thinking, collapse our energy, and come together to ensure that we think towards what will benefit our people rather than tearing ourselves apart.
True.
Pull him down syndrome is not it's not a habit for us in Plateau State. And so this decision also will help us, that we should be able to build ourselves, raise our shoulders in pushing our people that God has raised into one position or the other. Push them forward rather than bringing them backward. And so this is one of the decisions. This decision is going to help us in terms of achieving that. Now, in terms of development, infrastructure, I can assure you, I've said it here, that God helping us, we are going to see a massive turnaround about things. We are going to see things, they are going to be tangible. They are going to be issues we can see, we can touch, and we can feel. God helping us, we are going to have this. I want to sincerely apologize to our young ones in Plateau State, my brothers. I've seen a lot of things on social media, exclusion in terms of the committee and other things like that.
The youth are really angry.
I sincerely want to apologize. Going forward, I think a decision needs to be taken.
Some people's name appeared in 2 committees.
As of this point,
yes,
those who took the decision, that come up with this list, I think they've learned, they know that something was missing somewhere. Going forward, if there's going to be something like this, I think there's going to be differences. So I want to apologize. Let's work together.
All right.
Let's continue to support our leaders.
All right.
Let's see how we can push them forward.
Okay.
That they will also create a vacuum for us to step in. So that is the issue.
It's a very, very important one because people need to grow. People need to.
We have to grow.
Of course.
So we need to also support our leaders that they will move and leave the stage. They will move somewhere.
Of course.
Ahead, create a vacuum for us that we will also feel it. Going forward, we also will have to move and create a vacuum for people coming behind us. This is leadership. This is leadership recruitment, and that's what the governor of Plateau State believes in.
All right.
He believes in growing the youth. He believes in creating the enabling environment for the youth to grow. And so we will all grow by the special grace of God.
All right.
Let's unite ourselves. Let's see how we can prioritize our state instead of our personal interests.
All right, then. Thank you. And Richard, your final thoughts before we leave this morning.
All right. Well, if the PDP had presented a bad candidate in 2023, trust me, you wouldn't have voted the PDP. So, of course, the APC presented a candidate that everyone seemed to see as good, but was not on the right platform. Likewise, the PDP also did a good candidate. So, of course, it's all about candidacy now, and whoever. Peter Obi was a good. The Labour Party had so much in 2023. Let's understand that.
My final words to you: forgive your oppressors if you must, but don't forget what they've done to you. Have a good morning. Adios.
city, the hood, the streets. We understand the sound of the plateau.
J101.9 FM.
The pulse of the plateau.
Yes, sir. My people, market, don't you? How about Osama? Market, I just show you. If you want to know what the market be, now only for marketplace. Osama, this marketplace is talking about advertisement, and you are saying markety. Because now where person know it they go, and now what the person see it they buy. And so therefore, marketplace now where sellers the jump buyers. Kai, wallahi marketplace are finish everything for business. Come and do your talla. Sell your kuli, your karago, your popcorn, everything is selling here. Ah, Boki, shut up there. Let me talk my information. So put your advert for this market. Call our hello web 080-3538-2118. I call it again. 080-3538-2118. Or you can come our office. JFM 101.9 for Akila Matunga Street after National Bridge. So grab this opportunity to blow your market. Igwegwe. Osama, what is Igwegwe? Igwegwe is something inside the market. Oh, I hope. Something inside the market is Igwegwe. I got it. Every Monday and Thursday. Okay, Thursday, not Thursday. Sorry. Monday and Thursday. Alhamis.